Hello and welcome to the Voyage episode 11. Most of this episode I'm actually going to be in person, but I just opened one of the new Temporal Lockboxes, and I wanted to run, and I got this. A Temporal Beacon Trade Assignment. It actually came in a temporal storage device, but I wanted to run this through on video for the first time. Should be quick. It's a DOF assignment according to my fleet. Assign your most trustworthy and able-bodied duty officers to undertake this dangerous mission through time. The nature of the mission will not be known until the briefing is initialized. Acquisition and utilization of duty officers requires... Oh. That's just telling you what level you have to be. Retrieve Earth Relic from Temporal Causality Loop. You have the opportunity to get a special duty officer, what's called a temporal duty officer, at least from what I've read on it. So I'll do another trader. I don't like the stats of the possibilities of me winning anything, but here goes. Alright, and I forgot to look. 2-hour assignment, and I will show you guys the rewards at the end. Alright, it actually looks like my temporal causality loop finished. And this kind of sucks. My agents averted the time incursion, but were forced to reveal themselves to the natives of the time. Well, I got some experience, trade experience. Alright, it sounds like I got a PM. Alright, see ya in the main section of the video. Alright, I hope you guys liked that little DOF mission I did in the beginning. I'm hoping to actually change the I can't say format, but change up the way I do the Voyage videos a little bit. Thinking about doing more live action videos. I'll still do in-game videos in the future, but it takes my computer forever to edit it because they wind up taking up gigabytes of data. In this video, I'm actually going to talk about a blog post that came out September 21st, 2012 on the Stowe forums by PWE Brandflakes. It is the State of the Game, September 2012 edition. People who don't know, Stowe likes to put out State of the Game posts. And I intend to talk about some of the updates that are in here. And it goes in to say we're a few months into Season 6. Season 7 is scheduled for November, so 2 months away. Assuming it's on time. So they had a poll on their forums, and they kind of discussed that. One of the things people wanted to see improvement in Season 7 over was the Foundry. They go on to say stuff like the Foundry's awesome, and people who make the Foundry missions are also awesome. They're talking about how they want to update like the featured mission in the Foundry, so it has an actual mission where you get real rewards for the featured missions. Of course, PvP came up, and they actually acknowledged that PvP is severely lacking in this game and has poor development. They're actually working on territorial gameplay. I don't hold them too high to that, for I saw an old episode of Stoked where they talked about what PvP was going to be like, and Eta Eridani was supposed to be a territorial sector block. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Two of the main things I want to make commentary on are the two factions that they talked about. The Klingon Empire and the Romulan Star Empire. And yes, the Romulan Star Empire, there is plans to make it a playable faction. It's been planned since I joined over a year ago. they just want to get the Klingon faction up and running before they get the Romulan faction going. And so I hope for Season 7 they start working diligently on the Klingon faction. As in the last year, the only thing that's only come out for the Klingon faction was Alpha. And I think they did that because so much came out for the Federation faction, solely for the Federation faction, and not a thing came out for theirs. So I think it was more of a pity game, even though I did like it. Some of the things that they're working on for the next 6 months, they have I'll post a link in the description to this because they have a list of what they've worked on in the last 6 months. I'm not going to cover too much of that. But in the next 6 months, they're going to work on a new personal advancement system with reputation-based personal projects. I kind of hope they're going to do something cool with that as long as there's no leaderboard. I actually have nothing against the leaderboard. And in my fleet, at least, it didn't turn into anything too, oh, I'm better than you because I'm higher up. Probably because my fleet has a lot of people that go to work. That's no jab at everybody else, but a lot of my fleet is professionals. Has some kind of a professional job. A new embassy fleet holding with related projects and rewards. I cannot wait to see that, actually. Several new 520-man fleet events. And they're also talking about them being cross-faction teamable. Well, some of them being cross-faction teamable. That would be great, at least for the cross-faction teamable. As when I go to the Klingon faction, it takes me forever to do anything that gets you fleet marks. New max level sector with daily patrols. I personally hope that it's something decent. With Tholians, if anybody from the development staff is watching. I like fighting the Tholians in space. They're pretty fun. They're a pain in the ass, but they're pretty fun. Into the Hive, STF, and they actually make a joke about it, saying, finally fight the Borg Queen. The reason behind that is Into the Hive has been talked about being released since I played the game. Mind you, I joined the game in August of 2011. Wow. Yeah. New ships including the Vista class, which is a more non-canon, it's from the non-canon books. Of course, they're talking about new duty officer packs, new ships, new loot, new Foundry spotlight feature, new Foundry assets. I can't wait for Neverwinter to come out, which is the Dungeons & Dragons game, because the Foundry was designed for Neverwinter, and they keep talking about when Neverwinter actually comes out, the Foundry will get a severe update on Stowe, which is great. UI improvement, including the queues. They've already started some of that. I'm not too fond of some of the icons in the queue, but updated winter event. I'm actually looking forward to that. Last year there was a nice winter event, and it also brought in the concept of lockboxes with mystery packages. There was two ways to get a mystery package. One, you could participate in a race, or you can pay money on the C-store, and I forget what they went for. I know they went for more than a key. If you bought them from the C-store, your odds of getting anything good were higher. But I actually bought one off the C-store and got several from the Winter Wonderland. And I got a ton of Gold Press Latinum. It was actually a pretty decent system if you were into Gold Press Latinum. And I did get a fairly decent weapon that I used for about 3 months. And then the 3-year anniversary event, which should be fun. The 2-year anniversary event was fun. On the Temporal Lockboxes. The lockboxes are a bit of a hot button subject. There is a lot of hatred towards them, and I did hate them when they first came out. Mainly because they constantly popped up in the STFs, and they constantly... For the Cardassian lockboxes, I played literally for an hour and had 7 stacks of 10. With the Ferengi lockboxes, they increased the stack count up to 20. And within a couple hours of playing with the Ferengi lockboxes, I got like a nice couple stacks. The Tholian lockboxes did not drop anywhere near as bad. I didn't much care for all the rewards in it. I would have liked to have gotten the vessel, but I didn't participate much in it. I opened a few boxes, and that was about it. Temporal lockboxes. I'm trying to get a ship. I like the ship idea. And as you saw in the beginning, I didn't fare too well with that DOF mission, but I do like that concept and idea of somehow getting special DOF missions through a reward. And if I would have gotten anything good, I would have gotten a Temporal DOF officer, which I would have enjoyed. So I failed at it. That's $1.25 down the drain. Well, actually they were on sale and I bought them in 10 packs. Yes, I bought 30 keys. I might buy more before tomorrow. People are going to yell at me because I'm contributing to the problem. I like the time ships that are available. The Aeon time ship for the Federation. And the Razhenko time ship for the Klingons. I don't much care too much for the Mirror Universe ships yet. But I will show you. I'll post it in the video right here. I'm actually aiming for that outfit. I know it doesn't, a lot of people are going to say it doesn't look too good, and it honestly looks like the silk, literally looks like the silk, but a different color. It looks like they didn't even try too much. Next week, I actually hope to have the Voyage outside of somewhere. I was actually planning to have this one, like, in a park somewhere. There's a YouTuber I started watching. I found him when one of my friends, when somebody I'm subscribed to liked them, Marky Dragon, and I wanted to kind of mimic some of his style. I'm going to be jumping around in styles throughout here. Once a month, I intend to cover the State of the Game post as they come out. They'll usually be pretty short episodes. I will also be covering other in-game events and stuff like that happens. Alright, until the next time, see you on the flip side.